Do you want your videos to feel more polished and actually keep people watching a little longer? Today, I'm going to show you how to build slick progress bar animations that make your content feel more thoughtful and give viewers a real sense of where they are. Then, I will show you how to turn that long tutorial into snackable, high-performing clips using AI tools. No After Effects wizardry required. Just Canva, a few neat tricks, and a smarter distribution workflow. UI research actually backs this up. Subtle progress indicators make viewers feel in control of their time and reduce that should I click away anxiety. They also tap into that human itch for completion, the same motivation that makes you play one more level in a game. So let's walk through a few easy-to-follow progress bars you can build right in Canva. And along the way, I'll drop tips on styling and how to reuse the same assets for shorts and social promos. First, we have the classic bottom bar, which is essentially one colored bar that fills over a background to show elapsed time. In Canva, hit R to create a rectangle, stretch it across the canvas, and make it your background. Duplicate that rectangle and change the top one to a gradient or brand color because gradients suggest smooth motion. Place the color bar directly over the background so they align, then move it all the way to the left so only a little edge remains visible. If you ever have trouble selecting elements, simply use the Position and Layers panel to click them directly. Now go to Animate and choose Create Custom Animation, then click the colored bar, hold Shift, and drag the element all the way to the right until it fills the space. Pick the steady easing for smooth, even motion and crank the speed slider to the slowest setting to make the animation duration match your clip length. If your slide is 20 seconds long, set the slide timing to 20 seconds and keep the animation on the slowest speed. The bar will then take the whole clip to fill, moving both bars down to the bottom for a clean, familiar progress bar that scrolls across the base of the screen. Now let's spice it up a little by heading to Elements and browsing shapes. Swap in an angled or custom shape to replace the top colored rectangle, resize it to cover the background, and add the same custom animation. You now have a diagonal progress bar that is more visually interesting yet still reads as a clear timeline. Another fun variation is using a frame filled with motion. Add a rectangle frame, resize it over the background bar, and drag a short clip or animated background into the frame. Animate the frame instead of a solid shape, so the bar will now not only move across the screen but also contain internal motion like sparkles, grain, or subtle texture. This is a surprisingly easy way to add polish to your videos without using any extra software. For our second progress bar, let's build the Playhead style, which is exactly what people expect from a video player. Use the L shortcut to draw a line, bump up the thickness, and toggle rounded end caps for a softer look. Then find a small graphic to act as the playhead. Color it with 2 tones for depth, and center it over the line. Animate that icon across the track with steady easing at the slowest speed to match your clip duration perfectly. This style is great for tutorials and long-form content where viewers want a quick visual cue without distracting from the main content. Because the playhead is tiny, it works beautifully on phone screens too. Third, we have a more refined pill-style bar with rounded ends that stay intact as the inner fill moves. Start with a rounded rectangle. Duplicate it for the background and the moving foreground, and make sure the corner rounding is set to full. The tricky part is keeping the ends rounded visually when you slide the fill. Search for an arch shape that has a fill area, rotate and resize it to match the corners, and line them up to mask the moving fill. Put your white background in place, then put a gradient or video-filled rectangle on top and set that as the animated layer. Move that fill just off-screen to start, then animate it dragging across to the right with steady easing. Finally, change the arch pieces to the background color so they visually disappear, leaving you with a pill-shaped progress bar that fills smoothly. You can use creative spins like a vertical tube fill that looks liquid as it rises, or segmented bars for step-by-step timelines. You can even animate multiple bars if your content needs structure and distinct chapters. Okay, meta moment. Once you have this long-form tutorial built and rendered, how do you turn it into dozens of bite-sized clips? This is where Vizard becomes a total workflow game changer for content creation. Instead of manually finding the moments that will perform, Vizard automatically identifies the most engaging parts and creates ready-to-post clips. That is huge for creators who want to scale their content without hiring an expensive editor. Other tools might pick sections purely by silence or motion and miss the genuinely viral beats, but Vizard uses AI to find the highlights. Plus, the auto-schedule feature means you set posting frequency once and the AI queues up your clips automatically. That combo of smart clip selection and scheduling actually saves hours every week and helps you keep a consistent presence. Back to creative tips. Consider mixing progress bars into both long-form and short clips to boost engagement. Use brand colors, keep fonts legible on phones, and don't forget to add a subtle drop shadow to help the bar sit above busy footage. One more thing, you don't have to over-design, as minimal, consistent progress bars often outperform overly flashy ones. The goal is to help the viewer understand how much time they need to commit, not to distract them. So there you go, 3 practical progress bar builds you can make in Canva without any hardcore animation tools. Just render your long tutorial, drop it into Vizard, let the AI find the best clips, and keep your socials humming. If you liked this walkthrough, hit the like and subscribe button because it helps more than you know. And if you want those templates and a step-by-step mini guide for turning one long tutorial into 20 ready-to-post clips, check the link in the description. I made a set of reusable Canva assets and a short course that walks through the process step by step. All right, take care, keep making things you care about, and don't let perfectionism stop you from posting. The more you share, the better you get, and honestly, bullies can't win when we help each other grow. See you next week.